Here we are going to talk about Caracas, a sea of red, drums, chants, and Nicolas Maduro all ready for a fight. You're watching Times XP. My name is Rithi Atri, and the Venezuelan president stepped onto the stage as tens of thousands filled the entire streets. Flags waving, slogans echoing, the city shaking with energy. This wasn't just a celebration, it was a warning, a message, a challenge, because Nicolas Maduro wasn't talking about history today. He was talking about the United States, and he was very, very angry. If the US attacks, we will break their teeth. Yes, those were his words, sharp, loud, and deliberate. Well, he said it while marking the 166th anniversary of the Battle of Santa Ynez, a moment Venezuela remembers as a symbol of resistance. But today, that symbolism was aimed straight at Washington after the United States seized a Venezuela-linked oil vessel in the Caribbean. In fact, the crowd, it exploded, drums, whistles, fireworks. Maduro lifted his hand, feeding the moment. He painted the US as an aggressor, moving warships, creating tensions, provoking chaos. That's what he said. And he promised that Venezuela would not kneel, not flinch, not surrender. But then Maduro took a very strange turn. He claimed Americans themselves, they were standing with Venezuela, that anti-war protests were happening across the US, which is true, by the way. Now, whether he was really real about this being thankful to the Americans or it was just political theater, he didn't really care. The narrative, it was set. Venezuela is resisting and the world is watching. And then he zeroed in on one name, Maria Corina Machado, the opposition figure who just won the Nobel Prize. Well, Maduro didn't celebrate her, he didn't congratulate her, he attacked her. He accused her of begging foreign powers, specifically the US, to intervene in Venezuela. Now, in Maduro's story, she isn't a Peace Prize winner, she's a traitor. Well, the moment, it felt like a pre-battle speech. The flags, the music, the fierce warning. Maduro was building a narrative of a country under siege. A country that must unite, that must fight and defend its dignity against the foreign pressure. So, what does this all really mean here? A US oil seizure, a Venezuelan president issuing threats, a firebrand opposition leader winning global recognition, a public rally turning into a war cry. The tension is no longer political, it is personal, and it's heating up, and that too really fast.